Picture a Saturday morning at any golf shop in the country. A woman walks in ready for her weekend round, and she heads straight for the wall of golf balls. There, at eye level, sit the famous names, the same balls she watches the professionals play on television every weekend. She picks up a sleeve, pays close to $50 for a dozen, and feels good about it, because surely the ball the best players in the world trust is the right ball for her too. Then she gets to the first tee, makes a smooth, solid swing, and watches her drive land well short of where it should. She blames her swing. She blames the wind. She wonders if it is just her age catching up. Here is what no one in that shop told her. The problem was sitting in her hand the whole time. The golf industry sells the very same premium tour ball to a touring professional swinging well over 100 miles per hour and to a recreational golfer swinging in the 70s. That ball was engineered for the faster swing. At her speed, it simply never does what it was built to do, and that mismatch quietly costs her distance on every single tee shot. It is not her swing. It is not her age. It is a ball built for a swing profile that is not hers. Over the next few minutes, this video covers the 5 golf balls she should stop using, the ones leaving distance on the tee, and then the balls that will actually help bring those yards back to her game. Stick around for the back half, because the last recommendation surprises most people who try it. The back half is worth staying for. A quick note before we get into the names. If she is unsure which ball truly fits her swing speed, there are full buyer's guides available with the complete rankings, current prices, and the launch data behind every single pick. They can be bought individually by category or as a discounted bundle that covers the whole bag. All the links are in the description below. Check the buyer's guides if you want the data behind each recommendation. Now, to understand why this matters, there is really only one idea that decides this entire video, and it is called compression. Think of a golf ball as a spring. When the club face strikes it, the ball compresses, stores that energy, and then springs back to launch off the face. The catch is that the ball only releases its full energy if the swing is fast enough to fully compress it. A premium tour ball typically sits up around the high 80s to high 90s on the compression scale. To fully load that spring, a golfer generally needs a brisk driver speed, often well into the 90s or beyond. Now consider the reality for most recreational women, who tend to swing the driver somewhere in the 65 to 80 miles per hour range. That is a beautifully efficient, repeatable swing, and it is the baseline we are working from here. But at that speed, a high compression ball never fully fires. It is like trying to bounce a rock-hard super ball with a gentle toss. The energy just is not there to activate it. A lower compression ball, often down in the 40s or lower, fires fully at slower speeds, springs back hard, and sends the ball off the face with real velocity. That single mechanism is the difference between leaving yards behind and getting them back. So let us start with the 5 balls costing distance off the tee. Number 1 is the Titleist Pro 5-1. This is arguably the most played ball in the world, and for good reason at the professional level, where its compression sits up in the high 80s. It is a genuine marvel of engineering. But that firmness is exactly the problem at slower speeds. On a launch monitor, 2 golfers making the same gentle swing, one with this ball and one with a soft, low compression ball, can see a meaningful gap in carry, often in the range of 10 to 20 yards. The tour ball simply does not compress enough to release its energy. Brilliant engineering, just not built for her swing. Expect to pay somewhere around $50 per dozen. Number 2 is the Titleist Pro 5-1X. This is the firmer, higher launching sibling with a compression that runs noticeably higher than the standard model. For a slower swing, that makes the mismatch worse, not better. A friend who plays a lot of weekend golf switched away from this ball and noticed her drives carrying farther and rolling out more, simply because the ball was finally springing back at her speed. At a similar premium price of around $50 or more a dozen, she was paying top dollar for a ball working against her. Number 3 is the TaylorMade TP5. This is a 5-layer tour ball, a genuinely sophisticated piece of design built to tune spin throughout the bag for faster players. Those layers do wonderful things at tour speed. At a gentle swing, the firmer outer layers are harder to activate, and the payoff she is paying for never fully arrives. The result tends to be less carry off the tee than a softer ball would give her at the same speed, often a gap of more than 10 yards. Expect somewhere around $50 per dozen for engineering aimed at a swing that is not hers. Number 4 is the Callaway Chrome Tour. This is one of Callaway's flagship tour balls, with a urethane cover and a mid-to-firm compression aimed at better players who generate real speed. It spins beautifully around the greens for a faster swinger, but for a recreational golfer, much of that greenside spin comes at the cost of distance off the tee, because the ball is firmer than her swing can fully compress. She gives up yards where she needs them most to gain spin she may rarely use. Expect somewhere around $55 a dozen for the flagship. Number 5 is the Bridgestone Tour BX. This ball is fitted to faster swing players, and the brand is admirably clear about that in their own fitting charts, recommending it for swing speeds above 105 miles per hour. That honesty actually proves the point of this whole video. The companies know these balls are speed-specific. The ball is excellent, but it is excellent for a swing profile far faster than most recreational women. Playing it at a slower speed leaves real distance on the table, and it runs in that same premium range of roughly $45 or more a dozen. Wonderful ball, wrong owner. Before we get to the balls that will actually ADD yards back, if these breakdowns are useful, consider subscribing. The channel posts honest equipment reviews for women on a regular schedule, no sponsorships, no marketing fluff, just the data. Now straight back to it. Here are the 5 balls that fit a slower swing and give that distance back. Number 1 is the Callaway Super Soft. This ball sits at a very low compression, somewhere in the high 30s to low 40s, which makes it spring fully to life at slower speeds. It launches high, flies straight, and the fairway feel is genuinely soft. On a gentle swing, golfers routinely see noticeably more carry compared to a firm tour ball, often in the range of 10 to 20 yards. The honest trade-off is a little less bite on short pitch shots, but for most players, that is a trade worth making every time. And it typically costs around half the price of the tour balls, in the low 20s per dozen. Better distance, lower price. Number 2 is the Titleist True Feel. Yes, the same brand that makes the tour ball also makes a low compression model, and it is the softest in their lineup. This is the ball to hand someone who loves the brand but has been losing yards to its premium cousin. It compresses easily, launches well, and feels soft off every club. Distance gains in the range of 10 to 15 yards are common when switching from the firm model. Expect roughly $25 to $30 per dozen, with the trade-off being slightly less greenside spin than the tour ball she was overpaying for. Number 3 is the Srixon Soft Feel. This ball has a low compression core and a reputation for combining soft feel with surprising distance. It is a favorite among players who want a ball that launches easily and holds a straight line, and it is forgiving on slightly off-center hits. The added carry at slower speeds is real, and it tends to roll out nicely on firm fairways. Expect somewhere around $20 to $25 a dozen, a quiet overachiever. Number 4 is the Wilson Duo Soft. This is one of the lowest compression balls on the market, sitting down in the high 30s to mid 40s, which makes it about as easy to fully fire as a ball can be. For the slowest swing speeds, this is where the biggest distance jumps tend to show up. The feel is extremely soft, almost marshmallow soft off the putter, which some players love and some need to adjust to. At roughly $20 to $25 a dozen, the value is excellent. Number 5 is the one that surprises most people, the Vice Pro Soft. This is a direct-to-consumer ball with a urethane cover and a softer compression than the tour balls, which means it gives something the others on this list cannot. It compresses well at moderate speeds for added distance, but the urethane cover still produces real greenside spin, so she does not give up as much short game control. Because it is sold directly online, the price often lands in the range of $20 to $30 a dozen, undercutting the premium balls while offering a genuine blend of distance and feel. Most people have never heard of it, and that is exactly why it surprises them. So if she could only choose one, which ball wins? For the widest range of recreational women swinging in the 65 to 80 miles per hour range, the Callaway Super Soft is the pick. It delivers the distance gains, it flies straight, it costs less than half of the tour balls, and it is available in nearly every shop in the country. It is the safest, simplest way to stop leaving yards on the tee. For the player who still wants real greenside spin, the Vice Pro Soft is the smarter splurge, but the Super Soft is the one that works for the most golfers. The takeaway is simple. The ball she plays should match the swing she actually has, not the swing the professionals on television have. Lower compression at slower speeds is not a compromise. It is the correct fit, and it is the fastest, cheapest way to add yards she's been giving away for years. So here is the question for the comments. What ball is in her bag right now, and what is her driver swing speed if she knows it? Drop both below and let us see who is playing the right ball and who is leaving yards on the tee. Subscribe to the Ladies Caddy.